welcome to the last edition of Newsline for 2020. It's been a challenging year, one the world will never forget. Yet, we must stay optimistic and hope for a better and healthier tomorrow. Tonight, we're exploring the sights and sounds of the Yuletide. In spite of the pandemic, towns, groups, and individuals celebrated within the limits of the restrictions. While showing you some events, we'll take you on a tour of beautiful curtains decorated for the season. Then the weddings too. People are legalizing their romantic liaisons before the end of the year, and we have several coming later. Meanwhile, for the day's news, let's join Elizabeth Omori. Season's greetings, Lizzie.
Thank you so much, Becky. Compliments of the season. And thanks for joining us on the news segment of the program. The 32-hour closure of the Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos did not present the overwhelming gridlock envisaged. However, some residents are still finding it difficult to navigate the city, as the bridge is an easy gateway for movement between the island and mainland axis of the city. Michael Olale reports.
A visible display of apprehension on why the Third Mainland Bridge is still closed at a time when the Lagos Island outbound lane should have been opened for traffic. But with the assistance of traffic management officers who are on standby, motorists were redirected to the alternative routes. Navigating around these alternatives is clearly not a comfortable experience for some, who point out the financial burden in addition to the stress involved.
I would need to stretch myself down to Ido to connect back to Third Mainland Bridge, and it will cost me a lot of fuel. If I'm flying it from this way to Iyanoworo now, you know the cost of the fuel. It should not be more than 5-10 minutes, but now I'll be spending like 30 minutes to connect to Iyanoworo.
The total closure of the bridge this festive period was specifically decided to ease the pressure on commuters, and the drive around the metropolis was actually a pleasant experience due to the low volume of vehicles on roads.
From yesterday when they unlocked the Third Mainland Bridge, to come and to go back is very free. There's not much traffic like last week.
The saying that there is no gain without pain is the mindset most road users seem to have adopted.
I think the most important thing is that it's being repaired. If this is not repaired and the bridge collapse one day, we're all in trouble. If I take care now, it's probably going to take me a faster time to get to where I'm going compared to any other day. So I have no issue with it. Additional 10 minutes, I'm back to where I'm going.
This is the third time the bridge will be totally closed to traffic, but this is the longest, as the 72-hour closure terminates Monday nights. In Lagos, Michael Olale, NTA News.
Still on road and safety, following a careful review of the first phase of the end-of-the-year special patrol by personnel of the FRSC, the Corps Marshal Boboye Oyemi expresses deep concern over speed-related crashes recorded within the period and directs commanding officers to step up enforcement of law on speed-limiting devices. In a statement, the Corps Marshal expressed satisfaction with the conduct of most drivers and the performance of the personnel in containing the rate of fatalities within the period of Christmas celebration. Despite massive public enlightenment by the Corps on the menace of speed-induced crashes, the situation is yet unabated. To this end, the Corps Marshal has directed officers to step up enforcement of regulations on use of speed-limiting device in the second phase of the special patrol and first quarter of next year to drastically force down the growing trend of speed-induced crashes. Consequently, those who default the speed limiter's order will not be spared. This year's Yuletide in Port Harcourt and environs is devoid of the usual fuel queues that characterize festive seasons in the past, notwithstanding the availability of the product. Commercial transporters are, however, exploiting members of the public who embarked on travel to their countryside to mark the 2020 festivities. Kingsley Amajiri reports.
Across filling stations visited, the product is available. Issues of panic buying and long queues are not in sight, with fuel sold between 163 naira and 165 naira per litre. Motorists expressed joy that there are no queues but are however concerned that the price is still high.
It's fine that the government has tried, there is no queue, but as oil producing nation, we want to buy fuel cheaper, not because there is no queue, the fuel should be high.
Everything is moving fine now, because the other time you feel to buy fuel there will be embarrassment and all such of that, but now everything is okay.
I feel good, but it's still expensive. I drive car every day and nothing come out. See, I just bought fuel before. I'm buying again.
There is also a relative increase in transportation fare, especially for those traveling outside the state.
It was 2,000, but now they say it's 2,500 because of the Christmas, because everybody is traveling, so that's why they increase their transport, because they know that the majority want to go home.
That's where we are going. It's 2,500. We are sitting 3-3 per seat. Nothing. I don't know what to do. I just think maybe it's because of this Xmas period.
As the year comes to an end, concerned stakeholders want the government to intensify efforts at local refining of petroleum products in the country towards bringing down the price in the coming year. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amachiri, NTA News.
And the Niger Center for Disease Control has announced 829 new cases of COVID-19 in the country. The latest figures released bring the total number of confirmed cases to 83,576 infections in the country. A breakdown of the new cases from states indicates that Lagos recorded 296 new cases, while FCT has 291 new cases. Others are Kaduna 79, Rivers 40, Kano 35, Nasarawa 25, Bauchi 19, and Benue 8. Borno, Edo, Oyo, and Sokoto have 7 cases each, Cross River 3, while Ogun has 2 cases. With the latest development, total number of active cases now at 11,834, while 70,495 cases have been successfully treated and discharged, and 1,247 patients died, unfortunately. The European Union is launching a coordinated vaccine rollout to fight COVID-19 in what the bloc's top official says is a touching moment of unity. European Commission's President Ursula von der Leyen said that the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine has been delivered to all 27 member states. Some countries started administering the jabs on Saturday, saying that we're not prepared to wait another day. More than 40 million people have been infected, and strict lockdown measures are currently in place in nearly all the member states. To harness the lessons of the coronavirus pandemic, it is very pertinent for countries of the world, including Nigeria, to make huge investments in preparedness capacities to prevent, detect, and investigate emergencies of all kinds. This is the position of the United Nations General Assembly as the global community marks the first ever International Day of Epidemic Preparedness. Ifoma Aihoje reports.
In the words of the Director General of the World Health Organization, it is hard to believe that only a year ago, COVID-19 was still completely unknown to mankind, yet in the last 12 months has occupied the center stage with far-reaching consequences for societies and economies. So far, the COVID-19 has infected more than 6.6 million people, killing some 1.5 million the world over. This devastating record necessitated the adoption of a consensus resolution by the 193-member UN General Assembly, recognizing the need to raise the level of preparedness in order to have the earliest and most adequate response to any epidemic that may arise in the future.
Not necessarily wait until there is a COVID-19 or there is an Ebola to do the right thing.
While the pandemic caught the world off guard, stakeholders in Oyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital, say it has also served as a wake-up call for improving the standard of healthcare services.
The COVID-19 that is ravaging everywhere in the whole world now, they say there's a vaccine that they have discovered, but we don't even have the facilities. That this vaccine will only be relevant if we have storage facilities that will go as low as -80.
To actualize the aim of the recently proclaimed International Day of Epidemic Preparedness, the United Nations call for all government and society approach that will ensure a safer, more resilient and sustainable world. In Oyo, Ifoma Aihoje, NTA News.
Away from COVID-19, 140 youths in Lagos have been equipped with relevant skills on transforming waste to wealth for financial empowerment. This training was championed by the United States Consulate. Diana Ajale reports.
With its population of about 22 million people, a mega city, influx of commercial, industrial and household activities, rapid generation of waste is massive in Lagos State. According to the Federal Ministry of Environment, there are 340 private sector participants managing waste in the state. But with this, government struggles to keep the city clean. As the struggle continues, the United States Consulate, through its Exchange Alumni Association, has empowered the first beneficiaries of a project targeted at creating wealth out of Lagos waste.
I never knew all this thing I've been dumping around. They're actually money.
Keep our environments clean by cleaning our gutters and taking off the waste from those areas.
Some people are complaining that they don't have jobs, but with the waste that you generate to your house, you can also feed yourself.
The program is not only on job creation, but to raise awareness on climate change and how to mitigate its effects.
Upcycling, you're actually telling people that you want them to creatively reuse their waste materials into functional products of high environmental value.
We need to empower our youths, not just to seek employment, but for them to be self-employed and at the end of the day also be employers of labor.
The empowerment program with hashtag Reduce, Reuse and Recycle is expected to be taken around the local government areas of the state. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
President Muhammadu Buhari heartily congratulates Chidozie Mbanefo, Chairman, New Crystal Communications Group, on the conferment of traditional chieftaincy title of Omenkai Nnewi by the Igwe of Nnewi, Dr. Kenneth Orizu. In a statement, the president described Chief Mbanefo as an advertising guru whose creative energy, ideas, innovations, and accomplishments in the field speak volumes of his mastery and experience. He recognizes the support of the advertising platform in advancing his presidential campaign in 2015 and is equally delighted that Chief Mbanefo's love for community development and giving back to the society is being appreciated by the Nnewi community. While wishing the Omenkai Nnewi a memorable celebration, President Buhari is certain that the honor will inspire him to continue his good works for humanity. Talking sports now, a dozen goals scored in opening day of Niger Professional Football League, as Amanze Marcus reports on Sports Updates.
At last, the 2020-2021 Nigeria Professional Football League season got underway on Sunday. With 6 matches played, Jigawa Golden Stars won at home 1-0 against Sunshine Stars of Akure. Mountain of Fire Ministries equally emerged victorious at home, while Kano Pillars earned an away point against Adamawa United. The league management company has shifted forward by 1 day the Aqua United versus Dakada match in Uyo, which now comes up on Monday instead of Sunday. The second match, another local derby between Eyimba and Abia Warriors, will now hold on Tuesday, and both matches will be transmitted live on the network service of the NTA. In grassroots football, Mangu United defeated Kaburi Football Club 2-1 to lift the second edition trophy of the Plateau Central Zone Football Competition, sponsored by Al-Hassan Saleh Yakmut, former Director General of the defunct National Sports Commission. 14 teams competed over 2 weeks, and the final was decided in Mangu. In tennis, former world number 1 Andy Murray has accepted a wild card for the ATP 250 tournament, the Del Rey Beach Open in Florida, from January 7 to 13, 2021. The 33-year-old Briton, now ranked 122nd, underwent hip resurfacing surgery in January 2019, but returned to win the Antwerp title. In 2020, Murray suffered a second-round defeat at the US Open before falling in the opening round at Roland Garros. Meanwhile, all the 68 sponsors of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics have agreed in principle to extend their contracts for the delayed games that will now hold in 2021 due to COVID-19. Tokyo 2020 President Yoshiro Mori said. Partner companies told me about the difficult situation they are in because of the pandemic, but they also told me they definitely want the games to be held and they are willing to offer as much support as they can. A recent Japanese newspaper poll indicates 2/3 of the public believe the Olympics should be postponed again or cancelled altogether. The Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga has emphasized holding the games as proof that humanity has defeated coronavirus. For Sports Update, Manzi Marcus, NTA News.
The death has occurred of Senator Seydou Umar Kumo at the age of 71. Senator Kumo, who passed away in Abuja, was elected into the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from Gombe State Central from 1999 to 2003. He was a member of the Committees on Aviation, Communications, Power and Steel, Finance and Appropriation, Tourism and Culture, Social Development and Sports. He became Deputy Chairman of the Senate Services Committee. Senator Kumo was at one time the National Secretary of the ANPP. He also served as a member of the 2014 National Conference. Senator Seydou Kumo is survived by his wife's children, brothers and sisters, among which are Honorable Lamido Chikairi and Dr. Aliu Modibo, former Minister of the FCT. He has since been buried in accordance with Islamic rites. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has described the death of Senator Seydou Umar Kumo as a major loss to the governing APC, saying the deceased was a pillar of strength of the party in Gombe State since his defection in 2019. In a condolence message, the president said the contributions of the late senator to the growth of the APC cannot be forgotten, especially for bringing his enormous political goodwill into the party's efforts to retain power. President Muhammadu Buhari also mourns the death of Madaki Kefi Abubakar Sr., a distinguished civil servant in the second-in-command in the Kefi Emirate Council. The president prayed Allah to forgive the souls of Kumo and Senior, reward their good deeds with Al-Jannah, and grant fortitude to their families, the governments and people of Gombe and Nasarawa states to bear the losses. The death has occurred of Abuja Hadiza Garba, a former staff of BAT TV. She was aged 52. She died on Thursday, December 24, 2020, after protracted illness. She is survived by her husband, retired Major General Garba, her aged mother, brothers and sisters. Let's now check out what the weather would look like tomorrow, Monday.
A warm welcome to the forecast for Monday. Patches of clouds with sunny intervals anticipated over the coastal belts, while a hazy atmosphere is expected over most parts of the inland cities in the morning. Having experienced the occurrence of thick dust haze over parts of the north in the past couple of days,
thanks for being there. The spirit of unity was in full display when some Muslims joined their Christian friends in church at Christmas. This happened in Niger State. Abdullahi Suleiman Iyaji will tell us about a Muslim group that showed this level of solidarity, which is rare to find.
Research revealed that Suleja town is largely split between Muslims and Christians. 2020 is an unprecedented year, as Christmas fell on a Friday, a symbolic occasion for adherents of both religions. Before Muslims troop out for the special Friday prayers, popularly known as the Jumu'ah, this group of young men and women made it a duty to make a first stop in church for the Christmas service.
We decided to come this Christmas because we are all born from one father, that is Adam.
Christians are not our enemy. They are our brothers in humanity. And you can see any Muslim that does not believe in Jesus Christ, he's not a true Muslim.
This unusual sight to behold is pregnant with meanings which clerics wasted no time to explain. Religious leaders see this unusual move as crucial to nation building.
Muslims, Christians, we all have the one that has created us. And that one is one, and we must behave like one.
With God on our side, if we are able to obey His word, to love one another, even those who are not Christian, those who are Muslim, you must love them. going to Christian church to show some solidarity. That is fine. And the Christian are also encouraged to do that.
Others agree that more of such novel practice is needed across the country.
Religions preach love, and it's heartwarming to see that love in action. It is that time of the year when Christians mark the birth of Jesus Christ in grand style, and Calabar, the Cross River State capital, is no exception. Recreational centers are wearing a new look as visitors and residents soak in the Yuletide ambience of the entire city. Cecilia Edson reports that the celebration is not without the observance of the COVID-19 protocols.
Calabar, the capital of Cross River State, also known as the People's Paradise, has for several years gained prominence for its unique hospitality and serene environment, which continues to keep visitors spellbound. The Christmas season is always one of those peak moments in the tourism calendar of the state, where many love to visit the city area and enjoy its uniqueness and fun while it lasts. This year is not different, as the beauty of the town depicts the reason for the season. The popular Christmas village in Calabar accommodates people from all walks of life.
I'm doing the celebration here. I'm doing the Christmas over.
I actually like staying in Calabar. It has been like a month or two staying in Calabar, but it's really, really nice, honestly.
They are hopeful to have a more exciting Yuletide in 2021, devoid of restrictions like the COVID-19 crisis.
Look at Calabar, look at the Christmas village now. It's not really as it used to be before. We know we have a lot of people, we have empty stands now. It's not as fun as it used to be before. People are not really happy, plus the lockdown.
Last year you see people are here up to 12, 1 in the night, but now you see it very scanty like that.
We're not enjoying the village because of the curfew.
Despite the turnout of people at the village attributed to the observance of protocols as regards the COVID-19 pandemic, the atmosphere remains an exciting one. The Christmas Village is the initiative of the Cross River State government, established to boost leisure and business during the Yuletide.
It's like fun. Calabar is one place to be at Christmas. Now, from the entrance to the capital city of Akwa Ibom State, it feels very much like Christmas, as strategic decorations adorn major roads and recreational centers, all aimed at giving holidaymakers an awesome environment for the season. Kelvin Samuel, who went around Uyo, captured the mood of the metropolis.
Holiday makers who came from across the country to the capital city of Akwa Ibom State are all having good time right here in the Christmas village, a place carefully designed by the Akwa Ibom State government. This is not just the only place where a thing like this is being designed or it's happening. There are some similar places across the state, but those of them who happens to be here are no doubt having good time.
Lots of places for the children to play, lots of things for them to do instead of staying at home doing nothing and having the headache of shouting. You know, here they have what to keep them busy.
And we're able to see many cartoon characters live here. We can see Minnie the Mouse, we can see Barney, we saw Gecko, we saw Catboy, we saw lots of, even Owlet was live here.
In terms of adherence to COVID-19 safety measures, one notable thing, especially at the Christmas village, is the social distancing arrangement of seats, one family per table. Generally, Uyo is beautifully decorated and bubbling with Christmas colors and lightings, very captivating to the eyes at night.
amazing experience for fun seekers in Akwa Ibom at this time of the year. Now, Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, is a sight to treasure during the Yuletide. The scenery is always fantastic, and folks can't help but revel in the beauty that the town exudes at this season. Chika Okore will now show us the look for 2020 while relating it to the mystery of Christmas.
The artistic work and galaxies of lights that sparkle at different locations in the state with an amazing concrete road network speak volume of the season. Residents are not leaving anything to chance to make the Yuletide memorable as they pose to take photographs with their loved ones at eye-catching sites. Some of them believe that the pictures will make a beautiful collations on the social media, hence projecting the image of the state known as South of the Nation.
I'm enjoying the beauty of the state, and I feel like snapping pics, enjoying with my friends.
This is Christmas, so you have to celebrate Jesus. So I just come here to have fun and flex with my friends.
God has made me to be the land of freedom today, and I know that it's not by my power nor by my righteousness.
Ebonyi stands as one of the best states in terms of aesthetics, in terms of beauty.
Despite the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic, major recreational centers such as the amusement park were beehives as jubilant residents made merry without recourse to the consequences of coronavirus.
The whole joy is making so many of us to be carried away by the from the fact that there is this deadly virus, and especially this time around they say the new variant has come out. So we actually need to be careful, but it seems everybody is being carried away quite all right by because of the joy of the newborn king.
Considering the joy that comes with the birth of Jesus Christ, accompanied by special decorations, it could be irresistible as most people lose control over their emotions, like these children trying to catch up with merry-go-round, among other facilities at one of the parks.
Spectacular sights indeed, and like you said, some of them are carried away. I hope they apply caution. Now, Christmas and decorations go together. Annie Daniels, who happens to love all that glitters, took a tour of Lagos and reports that the colorful arrangement is, however, different from previous years.
These sights are common during Christmas and New Year season. This has remained the case as is depicted by this church, even with COVID-19 pandemic still at play. That put me in the mood for Christmas, so I decided to drive around Lagos to see what it was like in other parts of the city. It was a different story altogether, very far from my expectations. I'm standing right at the Hotels Road, and before now, previous years I mean, the companies around here usually decorate the offices with different designs of lights, of Christmas lights and colors. But today the story is different, no thanks to COVID-19 pandemic.
It has affected a lot of things. By this time last year, there were shows here, numerous artists and all.
Need I say that Christmas decorations make people like me appreciate the power of lights and technology?
It just makes the whole period feel fun, and it tells a lot about the celebration. The lights, I just have to say, they inspire me. They make me feel like, okay, I'm going to be bigger one day.
So I ask what it is like without those decorations.
Just doesn't feel like Christmas.
Eco hotels roundabout in Lagos twinkles at times like this, where people from far and near come to see the beauty of Christmas lights and decorations. Though the lights are here, but they do not meet the desire of these people.
We always come here every year to come and take pictures to catch our fun. But this year we are so surprised that everywhere everywhere is so dark.
Because of the protest that happened just now, everybody is scared about it, and they will not allow anybody to bring his children or anybody.
There are high hopes that come 2021, life will again smile on Nigerians and will be a year of restoration, a year of joy and laughter, a year of all-round peace and prosperity for Nigeria and Nigerians. And as they say in local parlance, the fertility that comes with Christmas will not be missing.
This year is different in many ways. We hope for a more befitting Christmas environment in the coming year. Moving on, every ethnic group in Nigeria has a unique tradition that is peculiar to its culture. Now, Achu Yam Title Festival is a cultural heritage of the Eleme people of Rivers State. The excitement of this year's event came to bear when the Honor Ncha X, His Royal Highness King Apollos II, bestowed chieftaincy titles on some illustrious sons of the community. Chidiebere Onya reports.
These drum beats resonate the prestigious Achu Yam Festival, synonymous with the Eleme people. A festival that encourages people, especially the youths, to expand their energy on farming rather than engaging in antisocial activities. The Onoe Ncha X, King Apollos II, has attained the highest yam title, known as Achu Etesa, and is the only one qualified to bestow yam title on others. Farming and harvesting about 100 barns of yam, 21 tubers, making up a barn, qualifies one to be celebrated by the community, and high chief status accorded him because of his hard work in encouraging food security.
Your essence is to encourage youth. There should not be any room for any idleness anywhere in the Eleme Kingdom. Every youth should engage themselves in farming. In farming, it will bring high level of production. When we have a high level of production of food security, we shall have food security. So we want to eradicate any idleness in the community.
At this occasion, two chiefs are joining the League of Yam title holders, a position that gives certain rights and privileges in the community. The celebrants applauded King Apollos II for reviving the age-long Achu Yam Festival.
This Yam Festival was over 45 years. They activated, they brought it back. Every news and corner of Eleme now, there are a lot of food, yam.
I'm pleased to be one of these people that have fed the people of Ogale. This makes me a unique person among all the people in Ogale. But now I'm Eleme in general.
As the king drops this staff, it is a challenge for others to pick them up and take on the yam title.
The Eleme people have done it again. That was a great outing in spite of the pandemic. Let's take a break now. Stay with Newsline.
In this earth, we grow champions. In this earth, greatness takes root. Here, talent flourishes and passion ignites. Here, dreams, they come alive. We know football and life, they are the same. You get the ball, you run with the ball. People try to take the ball from you, don't let them. Keep your eyes on the ball, don't lose sight of the goal. And when it's time, take the shot. Life is football, you must take your shot.
Great supporters of football. Glow Unlimited.
You clean your teeth every morning, but that fresh breath feeling just doesn't last. The answer? Easy. You keep your teeth strong and healthy and give your mouth long-lasting fresh breath with new Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste. It helps strengthen your teeth and gives you long-lasting fresh breath.
So fresh, still fresh, and still fresh.
Stay strong, stay fresh. New Oral-B toothpaste for strong teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
My name is Ann Obiageri. I reside in Lagos and I'm a HR officer. Pure Bliss has indeed lightened up my day. At first I was quite not sure it was true. When I saw the text message saying I'd won 1 million naira, I was surprised, happy. The 1 million naira prize I've won with Pure Bliss will go a long way to make this Christmas quite impressive.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break and making.
Time to attend some weddings. Relatives, friends, and well-wishers of Commissioner of Commerce, Katsina State, Alhaji Mukhtar Gidado Abdulkadri converged on Sultan Bello Mosque, Kaduna, to grace the wedding fatia of his daughter, Aisha Mukhtar Ahmed Umar Kudan. Reports that Katsina State Governor Aminu Bello Masari stood in as guardian for the bride.
Dignitaries from all walks of life, including serving governors, members of national and state assemblies, were part of the wedding fatiha. Governor Aminu Bello Masari, who served as guardian to the bride, gave her hand out to her groom Khalid Ibrahim after the payment of 100,000 naira as bride price, which heralded the commencement of the wedding fatiha by the chief imam Sultan Bello Mosque. The father of the bride, Alhaji Mukhtar Gidado Abdulkadir, and some dignitaries advised the couple to live a blissful marital life.
My advice to them is to be patient and to tolerate each other, and also to bear with the situation they find themselves. It's not easy. Marriage is not an easy thing.
And we pray to Almighty Allah to bless this marriage.
It's not all love that lasts. It's patience and tolerance.
Aisha is a very humble person. She is very decent. She is somebody who respects people and she respects family value. So we are very grateful for this gathering.
I wish her a very, very happy married life. She's just wonderful.
To get married is easier, but to sustain it and maintain it is a different and an entire atmosphere. So I wish them a very happy life.
But this is a very exciting day for us and for our family in general. As you can see, everybody is here. We are celebrating and jubilating together with him.
The bride Aisha Mukhtar, a granddaughter to President Muhammadu Buhari, and her groom Khalid Ibrahim cannot hide their joy.
I feel very happy. Today is the best day of my life. It has always been a dream for me. So Alhamdulillah.
So I can only thank God for everything. And I wish us a very successful life. And I wish everybody a safe journey home.
The wedding fatiha was conducted by observing COVID-19 safety protocols.
Congratulations to the bride and groom. The ambition of a good parent is to nurture responsible children that will make them proud. This was the case with the family of former Vice President Muhammadu Namadi Sambo, who hosted a roll call of distinguished personalities from far and near in Kaduna at the wedding fatia of their daughter Naima Namadi Sambo and her groom Suleiman Ma'aji Khalifa. Abdullahi Suleiman Rigachikun covered this ceremony.
It was a gathering of who is so among friends, political associates and relations of former Vice President Muhammad Namadi Sambo. Among them, federal government delegation led by the Minister of Environment, Dr. Mohammed Mahmoud, at Sultan Bello Mosque, Kaduna. It was a dual ceremony for the former Vice President, who gave out the hand of his daughter, Dr. Naima Namadi Sambo, and his son, Adam Namadi Sambo, who got hooked to his bride, Amina Lema Jibrin. The wedding party was presided over by the Chief Imam of Sultan Bello Mosque, Kaduna, Dr. Muhammad Suleiman, after payments of dowry. The consummation of the two marriages in line with Islamic doctrine offered the former vice president and other dignitaries an opportunity to offer words of advice to the couples.
Alhamdulillah, we all thanks be to Almighty Allah that have shown us this blessed day for the marriage of my son and my daughter. And we pray that Almighty Allah will bless this marriage and give them a peaceful married life.
They have seen how their parents behave over the last 80 years, so they should try to emulate what their parents have been doing.
For us to have our children married to their choice is very, very important. I would urge our children and all others to emulate the life and teachings of our Prophet.
They should go together and do everything that will be capable of maintaining the marriage. I do hope that the marriage will be very, very successful.
The DG message is that he's congratulating the former Vice President, His Excellency Ali Namadi Sambo, for this special day, which is giving out his daughter for marriage.
My advice is to be humble and to fear God in their relationship.
We wish them good luck in their marriage. We wish them happiness, and we wish them Allah guidance.
On her part, the wife of the former Vice President Amina Namadi Sambo was full of praises to those who took time to identify with them and advised the newly wedded couple to live a happy and blissful marital life.
I hope they'll be patient with each other. They will endure whatever comes their way, which we hope is good. And we hope they will have children that will be the apple of their eyes.
I'm getting married to Amina Jibril, a very wonderful girl, a very special lady. And then it's a good day, it's a happy day for me.
I wish them peace, love, and happiness in their marriage.
Dignitaries were treated to a luncheon as a mark of respect and honor.
Congratulations to the couple and, of course, their proud family. We'll stop the wedding train and continue after this. Boxing Day may not be as spectacular as Christmas Day, but Nigerians, like the rest of the world, appreciate the bonus holiday that accompanies the 25th day of December. Ironically, most people have no idea why it's called Boxing Day, as you'll see in this report by Austin Edemodu.
What do you think Boxing Day is all about?
I don't actually know, maybe. Is it for boxing, like for those that fight? Is it for them, like those wrestlers? Boxing Day is a day we go out to flex and enjoy ourselves. When boxers come out to celebrate their day. Boxers, they come out to celebrate their day.
Boxing Day is where people gather around to fight. I believe, but I don't really know why I want to fight, because I like fighting.
Not satisfied with their answers, I decided to visit the Stephen Keshi Stadium at Sabah. Is there really a boxing contest to mark the Boxing Day in the stadium?
A boxing is a ring that those white men and other people used to exercise a blow. It is because of the Xmas that they did here. That is why they couldn't turn up to come and do Boxing Day.
To convince me, the tour guide decided to take me to the boxing arena in the stadium.
Ready to take it? Yeah, of course, yes. I'm the only fighter here at the Stephen Keshi Stadium. I have no opponents, as you can see. The ring is empty, no spectators. Of course, I expect to see a lot of people gathered here for a boxing fight. But to my
this is the boxing I've been doing. This is boxing. So now if you open it, for example, inside here I have a hat that says Merry Christmas to everybody. This is a gift to somebody, which you can see. I have boxed it, so I've done boxing here. This is another gift for the same person. This is another gift for the same person. So boxing, this is boxing. It doesn't mean let's fight.
We believed that Boxing Day is a day we box people. But as we matured and started reading, we found out that Boxing Day is actually a day of opening of gifts. Because the gifts come in packages, in boxes.
Boxing Day means when you package a gift and then put it inside the box, then give it to somebody. That is Boxing Day.
Thanks, Austin, for that funny but insightful piece on Boxing Day. Back to weddings. People from all walks of life, including the Senate President and other top government functionaries, witnessed the wedding fatia of two daughters of the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika. The ceremony took place at Sirika Town in Dutse, local government area of Katsina State. Mohammed Salisu Awal is standing by to tell us more about the society wedding.
That made Jalal Sulehamma and Fatima Hadi Sirika, as well as Muhammad Hassan and Mariam Sirika, husbands and wives, after representatives of the grooms paid a dowry of 50,000 naira each. The wedding, which took place within the newly constructed Sirika Jumaat Mosque, was also attended by players in the aviation industry. For the parents of the couples, it was a dream come true.
We should follow the teachings of the Prophet of Islam, the Messenger of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And once they follow the teachings according to Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they would live in peace and prosperity.
The man is also expected to protect her dignity, her safety, her well-being, and her general relationship.
My advice for them is for them to be patient with each other, live with honesty, integrity, and true love for one another for the sake of Allah.
Jalal Sulehamma, who is a groom to Fatima Hadi Sirika, told NTA off camera that his wedding to Fatima Hadi Sirika was the best thing ever happened to him. Dignitaries at the wedding advised the couples on key to lasting marriage.
Work together, be dedicated to one another, and have mutual respect and obedience in your relationship. Emulate your parents.
To be patient, to go by our religion, to ensure that we practice what our religion asks us to.
She is a very loving and caring person to her husband, like I know, and I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for her to have a happy life with her family.
The basic thing is that there should be understanding. Even though they may be different, they should be able to have an understanding. Guests at the wedding were treated to a reception with enough food and drinks.
Happy married life to the young couples. Love, tolerance, trust, and understanding are said to be the ingredients that make for a successful marriage. This prescription was spelled out to Ibrahim Hassan and Rabia Suleiman when they began their marital journey. Bilkis Nuhu reports that Ibrahim is the brother-in-law of NTA's Director General, Malam Yakubu Ibn Muhammad.
Family, friends, and well-wishers gathered at the Kubwa Central Mosque to witness the joining in matrimony of Ibrahim and Rabiat. After the initial payment and acceptance of 100,000 naira dowry by the groom's representative, the chief imam of Kubwa Central Mosque pronounced the two husband and wife. With the marriage rites over in Abuja, which attracted dignitaries including Director General NTA, Malam Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, and Executive Director Special Duties Lawal Lalu, the wedding train moved to Jos, where a simple reception was held for family and friends at the groom's residence to celebrate. Having met 2 years ago, the beautiful love story of Ibrahim and Rabiat can best be described as marriage made in heaven. Ibrahim, a staff of NTA TV College, says Rabiat's calmness, beauty and intelligence captured his heart, while his gentleness, love and understanding makes her heart beat.
Friendly, loving and caring. I'm praying to Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to give me the ability to take the responsibility of a husband and a father.
Ibrahim is a whole lot of persons. He is caring, he is loving, he is handsome, and I love him.
As with every marriage, tips on successful marriage was handed down by family, friends, and well-wishers.
He is gentle, cool, and inshallah, as we are praying and we are hoping she'll be a good wife to Ibrahim.
I wish her a very happy home, everlasting happiness, beautiful children.
The bridegroom and his bride, we have the best that God has planned for them. And we also pray that He gives them understanding. And we pray that also they will learn to love themselves. With patience, they will achieve a lot.
Kamu, a traditional marriage rite, was also held as part of the wedding celebration.
Love to love you, baby. I'm not supposed to want you, but I want you, baby. Love to love you, baby. I'm not supposed to want you, but I want you, baby.
Yes, wishing Ibrahim and Rabiat all the best. Moving on, since 2017 when it was launched in Abuja, the Dog Carnival, apart from showcasing the beauty of man's best friend, focuses on issues that promote animal welfare. Butua Mila reports that the benefit of owning a dog was recently celebrated at the 3rd edition of the Dog Showcase.
Let's go put it up. Good boy.
It was a day that will not be forgotten in a hurry by dog lovers in Abuja, especially those who participated in the much anticipated Dog Carnival. Organized by Dogs and Friends, a group on a mission to promote animal welfare, interesting events like dog shows to pet grooming, among others, had Abuja dog lovers entertained while upholding the essence of owning dogs as pets.
It's sensitization to put awareness to the public for people to know that you can actually be a dog lover without having the fear of the motive of aggression that is always spread around, that dogs are aggressive and all. So we like to make people understand that it is only when you don't socialize your dogs that you have issues with your dogs being aggressive.
You know, we have from the small breeds to the large breeds. We have the walking dogs. We have different category of dogs, and they have different functions. Some are just pet dogs, some are security dogs, and some, you know, are just those kind of dogs that you just want to have around you.
I think it's a good opportunity for people to come together, to socialize, and also have the dog community in Abuja to be vibrant.
With over 100 guests and 30 dogs of various breeds participated in the show, which also gave awards to Best Dressed, Best Security Dog, Largest Dog, Most Obedient Dog, and Best in Showmanship.
Presently, I have about 13 dogs. I was born into a dog-loving family. I've always had a dog in the house, and I don't think I can live in a house without a dog.
Who likes anything that bites? So why would I like something that can bite? Why would I like something that can hurt me? No, I don't like dogs.
I actually
actually hate dogs?
Well, there will always be people scared of dogs, so we can't change that. We just want to tell them that dogs are wonderful animals. They are man's best friends. They are lovely creatures, and if they give the dogs a chance, the dogs will steal their hearts.
The Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, was among the recipients of award from the Dogs and Friends Kenyan community in Abuja.
What a show. Beautiful and talented canines, all of them. In the meantime, some commercials are on cue. Let's take them. See you shortly.
The counsel of our fathers.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
It is time for celebration.
The youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth entrepreneurship support years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
Welcome back. The joy of regaining sight after being declared blind would no doubt be boundless. It compares to waking up from a near-death experience. This description applies to a 13-year-old girl whose ability to see was restored after the wife of the Ekiti State Governor, Erelu Bisi Fayemi, sponsored a treatment at an indigenous multi-system hospital in Ado-Ekiti. Yemi Dalemo tells us more.
Oluwatamilore is a girl full of life and hope of becoming great, having been diligent in her studies and excelling in her gift of being a saxophonist, which has brought her many laurels in Ekiti State and beyond. Her dream of attaining greater heights was almost cut short in March when she was declared partially blind and would be completely blind if a tumor in her brain is not removed. Being a child of a freelance journalist whose livelihood was not enough to foot the 3 million naira medical bill for the operation, our family began to appeal to well-meaning Nigerians for support, which later attracted the attention of the wife of Ekiti State Governor, Erelu Bisi Fayemi. The operations were successfully carried out at the Afe Babalola University Multi-System Hospital, and our hopes and aspirations restored. Precious Oluwatamilore Shudende said her only way of thanking our benefactors, including Afe Babalola, who floated the hospital, is that she will work hard to become successful and lift many out of poverty.
Actually, there is at least sometimes in life you have to go through some hard things to get positive results. So it's just part of life.
This patient arrived blinded by a brain tumor, and one of the things that was remarkable in this case was the speed with which we were able to assemble the team to ensure that the outcomes were favorable. So she came in on one day and she had the surgery on the next day, and I think that was quite remarkable for us.
Erelu Bisi Fayemi and founder of Abuja, Afe Babalola, promised to continue impacting the society in a way of giving more Nigerians new lease of life.
As University Hospital, the performing landmark feats in all areas. Yes, ma'am.
Choose to respond to situations like this, because I feel as a mother, one should be open to supporting the needs of other mothers, because you never know whose turn it can be next. So once again, Mrs. Chidenje and your family, congratulations.
Precious has now regained her sight and is happy to be back to life after many months of sadness and darkness.
Beautiful. Big thanks to Erilu Bisi Fayemi for changing Precious's story. 11-year-old Peace arrived Lokotie community of Nasarawa State in search of a bright future. Sadly, she was subjected to all forms of abuse by her foster parents. Members of the community who noticed the trend are now raising a red flag and demanding justice. Hamza Musa Barkafi reports.
Going into Lokotie, sandwiched between Orozo and Nebi estates along the axis of Karishi Road, traditional ruler of the community says members affectionately call it the land of peace. However, for 11-year-old Peace, pictured with father and uncle, her perception may have changed forever. At the time of my visit, she is no longer resident in the community, and you wonder why.
The thing wey happen be say she started misbehaving. Now I come dey beat am. When I go to prayer, that's all dem tell me that spirit of old woman that we should cast it away. So since that time I come dey no hand to beat am.
So where is she now?
She have gone to her father place.
Okay. Lokotie Community Development Association raised the alarm.
My appreciation first goes to the DG of NTA for his response to this cause. So during the course of interview, we now discovered that the lady now came on with the information that they have been hitting her with hot iron, hot object, beating her, putting pepper in her face.
Abuse on Peace can neither be forgotten nor excused.
The way forward now is for them to change and be part of the community, because here in this community we expose evils. If you are not ready to go by the law of the community, we expose you.
I will even pray that may they not give the girl to her again. To my own, no. If it is me, I will say may they hold the girl.
We should not face that it will not happen again.
Okay.
I'm praying to government that it will not happen again in my life.
Lokotie, in the process of making amends, stakeholders say they welcome initiatives to promote care for children in the area.
A sad twist when the protector becomes the predator. We shall keep you posted on that matter. After 7 harrowing months, the police in Ogun State is close to solving the mystery behind the murder of a 60-year-old hotelier, Alhaji Jimo Bello. Hakim Jimo, who has been tracking the case for Newsline, reports that the law has finally identified the motive behind the killing.
When 50-year-old Alhaji Jimo Bello left home for office on the 29th May 2020, nobody respected that he would not return home, not even his family members. The cold-blooded mother of the popular hotelier by suspected killers threw residents of Idiroko and Owodeyewa communities in Igbokia and Yewa South local government areas of Ogun State into shock and mourning. It took operatives of Owodeyewa and Idiroko divisional police stations 4 sleepless nights of intensive search and investigation before his lifeless body was eventually discovered in a bush at Omoilu, Old Tedo axis of Idiroko community, where his corpse had been dumped in the boot of one of his cars. 7 months after his gruesome death, a 20-year-old herbalist and indigene of Benin Republic, Misikpode Dosu, is in the net of the police in connection with his murder.
He was the last person seen with that man. So on interrogation, at first, initially he started denying, and in his confession, he told us that the man contracted him to prepare a money-making voodoo for him. And he billed the man the sum of 300,000 naira. So, according to him, he said the deceased has paid him 250,000.
I dey go backyard and come back. I come dey visit him. I dey look am waiting, say he don't do okay. As I just come like this, I don't see he don't die inside his motor. Use all my strength, carry it, put it inside his motor, in back. I can't drive the motor from my house, go after main road.
Married to 4 wives with 10 children, the late Alhaji Bello reportedly had chains of businesses and built houses in the community and other parts of Ogun State. However, the suspect left many wondering when he claimed that the deceased came to him seeking help on how to do money-making spiritual sacrifice.
I just do soup for him, and now I can't prepare one soup asije. He give me 250,000. But the asije I did for Alhaji, I know saying go vomit. If you don't vomit, that's to say the juju I do for him, we don't spoil with that.
Family members of the deceased who are still in pains over the demise of their beloved one described Alhaji's death as a mystery to them.
I don't believe that Jimon who I know, if you do ritual money, make the police see the look for the person who kill our brother.
Investigation by the police continues, and Dosu is expected to have his day in courtroom soon enough. Meanwhile, attempts to get the comments of Oluyemi Shobi, who allegedly introduced the disease to the herbalist, proved abortive as he had traveled out of town.
More to come on that saga. Expect a follow-up. I'll pause to enable us to take some messages. Please stay with us.
Hi beautiful people, my name is Susan and we're here today at the Trophy Honorable Millionaire promo brought to you by Trophy Lager Beer from International Beers. All possible winners have been keyed into the system and we're about to spin the millionaire wheel. We're going to call this lucky winner right now.
Hello? Yeah, hello, good afternoon. My man, how are you? Fine. Congratulations to you. You've just won 1 million naira. I can see the trophy in your hands already. This is super celebration. Well done. Congratulations to you, and a member of our team will reach you.
Well, that was what thrilled me the most. When you called me, then I knew it was real. Well, I've always been a lucky person, but I just decided to try this one to see if my luck will shine up here. Yeah, I am. I'm so happy. To follow trophy drinkers, everybody that is not drinking trophy, better start drinking trophy now, because I'm a living witness. That's just my name is Anyanwu Chidozie Bigate. Keep on drinking so that you be millionaire just like me.
And that's it for this week. Until next week, please keep drinking Trophy Lager Beer and drink
Next up, sometimes when we get emotional because we can't handle difficult situations, we are told to man up. In other words, being a man translates to bravery and toughness. Now, some folks argue that the cliche, be a man, is patronizing. a sort of manipulative tool for controlling how a man reacts, even in unpleasant circumstances. Ultimately, men are expected to put up a bionic front, no matter how they feel on the inside. But mental experts have quite a lot to say about this globally accepted mindset. Grace Anyalewa Ichepa Imakodi reports.
The popular saying in our society, "Be a man," is what we hear every day. According to research, a man is someone who cares about his family, people around him, and himself. He should be someone who is capable of love and who will stand for what is right, even if other people around him disagree. In the African society, especially in Nigeria, being a man entails accommodating everything that comes your way, whether pleasant or unpleasant. The society sees a man as one who should not cry when in pain. He should not express fear and anxiety, no matter the situation, among others. The question is, should a man bottle up everything that comes his way?
So as a man, you are in charge, you take total control, you make sure that you control your emotions, to make sure that your wife or your family or your members of your family have respect for you.
For women, who is a real man?
A real man, first and foremost, is a man that has a fear of God, and a man that is in control of his emotions, not the one that lets it out at any given time or when there is an issue. And a real man is somebody that should protect his family.
I don't believe men should let out their emotions in the public. I don't believe men should be crying like children. You know, there's a way we say, when you see a man crying, they say, I know, you shouldn't do that. You're not a woman. You can cry maybe indoors.
If a man is supposed to bottle up everything that comes his way, what effect does this have on his psychology?
So as I say, that does not help well for the health of the man. Rather, it makes the man to suffer in silence and in attempt to control his emotions. It is better that man should let it out. I'm in pain. Then people can come to his help to live longer.
The best way to communicate is to communicate. And when it is not communicated, you are dying alone. When the burden is shared, the man is relieved. So there is a need to speak out.
No matter how you define your man, remember, men are also human beings with feelings and blood flowing in their veins.
Say real men are not afraid or ashamed to cry. I, Becky, quite agree. It's time to go. Be sure to join us on the first Sunday of next year. So see you in 2021. Good night and God bless Nigeria.
When the news breaks, we mend it.